This is how you make, in my opinion, the best wings to grace your palate. Tender, scrumptious, and will leave you craving for more. Braised with soy sauce and your favorite cola, the sauce mixed with rice is truly something to die for. Now let's get right into it. If there was a dish to define my childhood, this would be it. My dad would sit in an hour of traffic after a long day of work to make us his go-to dish, braised chicken wings. My brother and I would eat this at least once or twice a week, although I wish I could have had this every day for every meal because the taste was so addicting. We'll start by prepping some potatoes by roughly chopping it along with some garlic. I like to smash my garlic because this makes them a lot easier to peel and it brings out the juices better when braising. Then, we'll finally dice a couple of scallions, remove the stem, curl your offhand into a claw, and dice by running the knife along the front knuckle. This way, we can decrease our chances of ending up in the ER. Other than the taste, another reason I love to make this dish is because the prep work is very minimal. Now that I'm an adult with a full-time job, simplicity is the most important part of home cooking, other than the taste, of course. We'll also finally slice a few pieces of ginger, since it's my favorite thing to add to meat. And we'll take a look at our spice selection today. First up, we have star anise. Make sure to remove these after the braise, since biting into them is absolutely vile. Then, we have some dried chili peppers for a bit of kick. And I personally love to add cinnamon and bay leaves to braised meats since they add an amazing aroma and make your house smell like heaven. And that is it for the prep work. Time to get these on a pan and start cooking. We'll start by drizzling some neutral oil to a pan. Any pan will work. I prefer non-stick since it's easier to clean and we don't need to get an amazing crust on the chicken. Cast iron works great. If using a stainless steel pan, be sure to get the pan very hot and to dry the wings with a paper towel so they don't stick and you lose all the skin. I like to add these before the pan gets too hot to avoid the oil splattering everywhere. I really was hoping these would all fit nicely in the pan, but we'll have to make some space. We'll give these a flip once the skin is nice and golden. Add the ginger into the oil so it can infuse with the chicken. Then toss in your garlic after 30 seconds. Let these aromas come to life in the hot oil. Then we'll add about 1.5 tablespoons of dark soy sauce. This helps with coloring so we don't end up with grayish brown chicken. Add in 1 tablespoon of regular soy sauce for taste, as well as 2 tablespoons of Shaoxing cooking wine. Add a dash of MSG, then we'll drop in our aromatics. Finally, crack open a can of your favorite cola and pour it in from the sides. I know the foam looks extremely unappetizing right now, but let's lower the heat to a slow simmer and let it braise with the lid on for 30 minutes. In the meantime, we can cook our rice. No need for anything fancy. A $20 electric rice cooker from Walmart works amazing, and if you don't have one, steam some on a stovetop with a water to rice ratio of 2:1. And before you attack me in the comments, yes, I did wash the rice. During the braise, be mindful to check and see if the sauce is reducing too much due to high heat. If it looks a bit dry, add in either a bit of chicken stock or hot water. You want just enough liquid to submerge about half the potatoes and chicken. We'll add in the potatoes with about 15 minutes left of the braise We don't want this dish to cook too long, otherwise the meat will fall off the bones and the potatoes will be mushy. Close the lid and let it simmer. As soon as the lid comes off, I'm greeted by the overwhelmingly amazing aroma of the spices. I've eaten this dish hundreds of times throughout my life, but I will always salivate when that lid comes off. If you still have a decent amount of liquid in the pan, let it reduce with the lid off, otherwise we can start plating. I only wish I had bigger bowls because I'm definitely gonna have to go back for seconds with this one. Load it up nicely with potatoes and chicken. Spoon a generous amount of that delicious sauce over everything. Garnish with some chopped scallions, and finish with some toasted white sesame seeds over the chicken wings. There you have it, delicious wings that don't need to be baked or fried. A perfect weeknight meal that can be made under an hour. Now that you've watched me do it, go make it yourself. Thanks for watching, and please consider subscribing if you enjoyed or learned something.